चंद्रमा मनसो तच्चक्षोः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत हरिः ओम् शुभं करोतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः मम बुद्धि विकासाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते आदित्यं भास्करं भानुं रवि सूर्यदिवाकरं षड्नामानि स्मरेन् नित्यं महापातकनाशनम् दीपस्थनाथाय नमः अग्निनारायणाय नमः नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि।
This prayer is chanted before lighting the lamp. As the light is considered a symbol of auspiciousness, prosperity, light brings with it brightness. Light removes the darkness and makes it possible to see things clearly. I salute the one who is the lamplight that brings auspiciousness, good health, wealth and prosperity, and the destruction of the intellect's enemy. The Jyoti is the supreme Brahma, Janardana. May the divine eradicate my sins. Salutations to the divine line of the evening.
Let's just close our eyes together for just a moment. Just allow yourself to fully arrive here. Your body's here, but allow your awareness, your attention, your intention, your focus to be right here. For just a moment, stop moving. Make sure the eyes are closed. And just allow yourself, body, mind, heart, awareness, presence, to be right here, right now. As you inhale, as you take in sacred prana, sacred life force, allow yourself to take in that light, that sacred light of the presence of the divine. That light that flows to us through the grace of the Guru. Take it in. Allow every cell of your being to be touched, awakened, illumined. Allow that light that you breathe in to merge with the light that is you. You're not breathing in newness. You're breathing in truth. Allow yourself to take it in. And feel the light of you, the light within you, rise up to meet and merge with the light that comes in as you inhale. And as that light flows through you, as you breathe, allow that light to flow into every nook and cranny of you. Every part of the physical body, the energetic body, the mental and emotional body. Allow that light to flow into every crevice, every place. Bringing that light to every aspect of you. As you inhale, feel the spaciousness within you expanding. And the more you expand, the more room there is for light. Slowly and gently, bring your hands together in Namaste at chest level. And just gently rub the palms of your hands against each other. And press those palms into your closed eyes. Slowly lower the hands and open the eyes. It's so beautiful to be here. Such a beautiful blessing and honor. A gift. It's a gift to be together anytime. It's especially a gift to be together at this sacred time. At this sacred time of Guru Purnima. That full moon that reminds us of the real light. Because the moon, of course, is never not full, meaning the shape of the moon doesn't actually change. The moon is always the same shape. The only difference is on a full moon, the moon has gotten herself into what you could call perfect alignment between the earth and the sun, so that she's able to properly reflect the light of the sun onto the earth. At the times that we would call a new moon or a moonless night, well, the moon hasn't gone anywhere. She hasn't actually lost part of her form. All that's happened is she's gone, you could say, out of alignment. And so we celebrate this light of the Guru on a full moon to remind us that that light of the Guru is always there. The question for us is, how are we in alignment? Are we in alignment or not in alignment? Are we able to reflect that light, that the Guru shines upon us? Are we able to reflect it on others, to share it with others, to carry it with us in our life? Or not? If yes, consider it a full moon day of your life. If not, consider it a new moon day. But the sun is always there, always shining. The moon goes in and out of alignment, and therefore so does her ability to reflect. And that's the metaphor for us today, is how can we, like the moon, because the Guru's light is not like the moon, the Guru's light is like the sun. The Guru never is sometimes full and sometimes not full. The teaching is we are the ones receiving and reflecting that light of the Guru, that light of the divine through the Guru. When we're in perfect alignment, we're receiving and reflecting fully. If we feel like we're in darkness, it means get back in alignment. The word Guru literally means the one who removes the darkness and brings the light. And today, of course, we're talking about discover your light, the true light of you. What is that light? What do we even mean when we say the light of you? What is that? It's the truth of you. That's the light. Light is truth. Light is wisdom. You're never on or off. You're not like a light bulb that goes on and off and sometimes burns out and needs to be replaced. It's not that. Light is truth. And so the light of the self is the awareness of the truth of the self. So when the Guru removes the darkness, means removes that ignorance, and brings the light to us so that we can see ourselves, our capital S self. Who is that self? Well, in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna explains it very beautifully. That self is the one who isn't born, who doesn't die, cannot be burned by fire, cannot be wet with water, cannot be cut with knives, cannot be dried by the wind. That's who we are, eternal, timeless. The Vedas, the Upanishads remind us in these beautiful, simple ways. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the divine. Tattvam Asi. Thou art that. Simple ways of just remembering. We are not separate from the divine. We are not separate from the Creator or the creation. We are not separate from wholeness, fullness, completeness. That's who we are. Purnamida. Purnamida. Purnat. Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vashishyate. We are that fullness that has been created by fullness. We are that infinity that has been created by the infinite. The infinite, of course, is still infinite and full, but we, as created by that, are therefore by definition, spiritual definition or mathematical definition of infinity, we are therefore whole and full. Infinity divided by 8 billion is what? Infinity. We have been created by the infinite. We are therefore, regardless of how many of us there may be, each of us is by definition infinite. That's the truth. That's the light. The darkness is the nonsense that fills most of our minds most of the time. All of the places that we get stuck in thinking that we are form rather than content. So it's the who are you? Oh, I am. Name, age, profession. Right? My race, my religion, my relationships, my bank account. my social media handle. However we identify, that is who I am. But that's form, it's not content. That's the box. It's not the gift. But based on that illusion, we suffer. And that's really the key here, is it's not light for just light's sake. Right? Sometimes people say ignorance is bliss. It is not. It is not. There is no time or place or situation in which I can possibly imagine that ignorance is bliss. Truth is bliss. The real truth, the highest truth, the deepest truth. That's the bliss. That's the truth of who we are. But we get stuck. And we get stuck in the drama of thinking that we are. The story, the role, the body, the history, the relationships. And so we suffer. We suffer because we feel like we're not enough. We're not beautiful enough. We're not successful enough. We're not rich enough. We're not popular enough. In whatever way we identify, we always look at those who are more than we are. And we feel jealous, we compete, we feel badly about ourselves. This is the suffering. This is how we suffer. So the Guru is the one who removes that darkness, so the truth of who we are can shine through. I remember I had been in India maybe a year and a half or so. And those of you who know me and know my story or who have read my book know that from day one it was ecstasy. It was ecstasy I was entirely undeserving of. I had been gifted it certainly by no merit. It was just grace. But it was bliss. It was divine ecstasy, divine opening, divine awakening. About a year and a half into it, there was a situation, the details of which are not relevant, but the same type of situation that arises in so many of our lives. Somebody told me something that somebody else had said about me that wasn't quite so nice, and it hurt my feelings. And I went to Pujya Swamiji, and I was just bereft. I was heartbroken. I was in tears. How could this person say that about me? Not true, and it hurts, and it's me. And he looks at me. Now, one would expect, if it weren't the Guru, if that person came to any of us, we would say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right. That was so mean. How could that person say that? God, yeah, I'm so with you. Yeah, you have every right to be upset. We'll show them. Pujya Swamiji looks at me and he says, you are the stupidest smart person I've ever met. Just like that. Like, clearly you're smart, you graduated from Stanford, you're getting this PhD, like, how did you get wrapped up in such idiocy? Such ridiculousness. Okay, someone said something to someone, and? Really? All this bliss, all this truth, all this awakening? And now here you are in tears because this one told you that. And it was a slap. Not a physical slap, of course, but a slap awake. If someone has become unconscious, medically so, doctors will frequently literally slap them to wake them up. If you ever go through anesthesia, and you don't come out quickly enough, they'll literally slap you to like wake you up. The Guru brings that light, removes that darkness, that ignorance of thinking I'm stuck in this drama thing. But it's not always easy. You know, there's a beautiful story of a man who walks out of his house one day and he sees a cocoon hanging from a branch. And the cocoon is swinging back and forth, and there's a little crack in it, and he sees the beginning of a butterfly start to kind of poke its way out of the cocoon. And the butterfly looks like it's really struggling. And so the man, in all good intention, goes inside his house and brings out a pair of little delicate scissors and cuts the cocoon very carefully so the butterfly can come out. The butterfly comes out and goes splat on the ground. And the man bends down, picks it up, tries to make it fly. But the butterfly's all deformed. Its wings are all wet and shriveled. And it turns out that the very act of pushing its body through the cocoon, through that little slit in the cocoon, is that which sends all of the fat that was in the caterpillar's body into the wings of the butterfly, enabling her to have strong wings so she can fly. And so as we emerge into truth, do not think it's always going to be easy. But in that emergence is when the truth of you arises. And that's our option, that's our choice. That every one of us has of how are we going to live in the darkness and the light, in the truth or in the ignorance. Right? There's that beautiful indigenous teaching where the grandfather is talking about the energies of negativity and the energies of positivity as these two wolves. He's explaining it to the children. And someone asks him, well, which wolf wins? If there's this negative, angry wolf and there's this good, compassionate wolf, which wins? And he says, well, of course, the one you feed. And the same is true in our spiritual practice. The food of those metaphoric wolves is our thoughts. What am I filling my mind with? Thoughts that say I am this, based on my body, based on my history, based on my story, my drama. Thoughts that are judging others based on their body, their history, their career, their karmic drama. Or thoughts that are telling me the actual truth of who I am. And that's how we feed that wolf of truth, you could say. Through reminding ourselves over and over again who we are. Who we are. There's this beautiful meditation practice called Niti Niti. We don't have time to do it tonight, but it's just a very simple practice where you literally say, I am not this, I am not that. I am not the clothes I'm wearing. I am not the skin beneath the clothes. I am not the bones. I am not the blood. And you go one by one until you reach that beautiful state that the Hindus tend to refer to as everythingness, the Buddhists tend to refer to as nothingness, but it's that same space. But I mention that here because Niti Niti is a practice for life. It's not just an eyes-closed meditative practice. As you move through your day, if you want to remember, because that's always the question, how do I remember? Okay, yes, I'm light, I'm divinity. I'm whole, I'm complete, I'm pure, I'm consciousness. How do we remember that? in the office, out with friends, in the family. How do you remember that? And you remember it through this practice, where literally any time a thought arises or a situation arises that is telling you you are the body, the role, the story, less than, incomplete, not enough, you just say niti niti. Not this. Not this. Not this. Not only am I not that thing, but I am not the thought in my head that tells me I am that thing. Niti niti. I am not that. I am not that. And we live with self-love and self-compassion. The awareness that we are exactly as we are, a perfect part of the perfect creation. A lot of us go through life feeling like we are the exception. Yeah, God is perfect, but I'm a mess. Right? As though somehow we are the exception that breaks the rule. God is perfect, creation is perfect, but somehow I got left half-baked. I got left undone. I was the one God forgot about. No. We remember that every one of us, in our own different form and situation and karmic journey, is a critical and perfect part of the perfect creation. And lastly, as we aim and pray to align ourselves with that light so that we feel that fullness, so that we can truly absorb that grace, that light that the Guru gives. All we have to do is open ourselves and empty ourselves. A lot of us pray for grace. We pray for that light, and it's there. The dilemma is that we are so chock full of that which is not self, that which is not true. We are so out of alignment that we can't experience it. There was a man who went in search of a guru, the most enlightened guru, and he finds him. He hears everybody tells him, this guru on the mountain. He climbs the mountain, he gets to the top, he bows to the guru, tells the guru everything, what he's done, what he needs. And the guru says, have a cup of tea. The man says, I didn't come for tea, I don't have time for tea, I came for enlightenment. Guru goes to the back of the cave. He comes back, the teapot and cups, and he puts the cups down and he starts to pour. He's pouring the guy tea, and he's pouring, and the cup fills up, and now it's overflowing, and it's spilling all over the place. And the guy says, stop. The cup is full. Can't hold anymore. And the Guru says, your mind is exactly like this cup. You're so full of who you think you are, what you think you need, what you think you know, that there's no room for me to give you anything. Just like I can't give you more tea until you drink what's in the cup. I can't give you anything until you empty yourself. So, in conclusion, as we are about to be blessed with Pujya Swamiji's beautiful words of inspiration and blessing, empty yourself. Empty yourself of what you think you know, who you think you are, so that we can absorb and surrender. Bhagavan Krishna gave us the mantra to be able to absorb that grace, that mantra of surrender. Yat karoshi yadashnasi, yat jahoshi dadasi, yat tapasya se konteya, tat kurushva madarpana. Just offer. Offer everything to me. Everything to me. Offer it. Surrender it. We offer so that we may become empty, so that we may be filled with the light from which we never were separate, but which we just forgot. So we empty ourselves of forgetfulness. We empty ourselves of not truth, so that that remembrance and truth emerges. It's a beautiful blessing to ask Param Pujya Swamiji to shine that light of remembrance upon us, so that we may get back in alignment, feeling full for ourselves and being able to shine that light then, to reflect that light onto all of those around us.
Mangalam Bhagavan Viro Mangalam Gautamo Gani Mangalam Kunda Kundadyo Jaina Dharma Stu Mangalam Mangalam Bhagavana Vishnu Mangalam Garuda Dvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatano Harihi Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarva Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute. Sahana Vavatu करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय शान्ति शान्ति गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय 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 बोले सर्वेश्वर भगवान की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, भारत माता की जय, धरती माता की जय, हर हर महादेव। Respected Sadhvi Bhagawati ji, respected priests, our beautiful musicians, Matri Shakti, my sisters and brothers. It's so beautiful to be here today, especially Guru Purnima celebration day. This is a very special day, as our Sneha Ben was explaining about Guru Purnima celebration. It's not only here, but all over the world. One way or the other, people who believe in spirituality, people who believe in divine connection, people who believe in this tradition, they all today in many places, in many ways, all over the world, are not only gathered, they are together in the name of the Guru, in the name of this light which was given by the Guru. And in the beginning of the world, how this world started, just God thought of it and light happened. It shows you the power of your thought. You also, when you create your own creation, God also has His own creation, you also create every day your own creation. One called is Deva Srishti, Isha Srishti. Another is called in the scriptures Jiva Srishti, which we create every minute, every moment. We even being sitting here, our thoughts are generating so much, flying so many places, going out of this hall without ticket, without visa, and reach America. Go to Australia and come back. That is the power of this thought. But thought of what? What kind of thoughts we should need? That's why we need a guru, which can channel our thought in a direction where we don't take the route of darkness. We take the route of light. Choice is ours. And especially living in the world which is full of temptation, as attractions and whatnot. You just open your WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever. First thing the whole world is full of advertisement, attracting you, inviting you, calling you. It depends where to go, which path to choose. Path of attraction or path of dedication. That's why we need the Guru. And we light our diyas in the beginning. Why we do that? Only only because of this reason that we should give a beginning to our life, not only to our program, with the light. And to be the light and then bring the light. That is the whole purpose. And that light you can bring only if you have the light, if you become the light. If you are living in darkness, how you can bring light to all, light to others? That's why the Rishi in the Upanishad declares, proclaims that one thing in the beginning, even its study starts, it says, Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorama Amritam Gamaya Tamasoma Asatoma Sadgamaya. This world is full of asat. The untruth. But the truth also is there. That's why the Rishi says, be careful which path you are going to choose. Path of truth or untruth. Path of darkness or path of light. Path of death or path of immortality. And today is the day when this light was given. For the whole humanity. Because our Vyas Rishi, not only he brought this beautiful wisdom, universal insights, fortunately it belongs to India, but does not only belong to Indians. These are universal values. Any mantra you see, any one letter or word you see of those scriptures, it all talks about universality. It talks about allness, oneness, inclusiveness. Any mantra you take, it never prays in any mantra, let Hindus be happy, let only Indians be happy. Always say, let all be happy. Allness. The power of allness, the music of allness, oneness, inclusiveness is needed today. When we are living in the world of wars, conflicts, darkness, only thing can survive and save us, inclusiveness. In our families also, in our own heart, even in our own life, we are scattered. We are not sometimes living in the light. We forget that light. And that's why the pain, the suffering is all around. I'll come in between in Hindi and Gujarati also, where I can see our elders are sitting there also. It will not be fair if I keep talking in English. Because જ્યારે હું અંદર આવ્યા તો હું જોયું કેટલી આપણી મારી બા અને બધા બેઠા છે ત્યાં. મને લાગે છે આ લોકોને માટે થોડા ગુજરાતીમાં કે હિન્દીમાં પણ આપણે બોલવું જોઈએ. બધાને લાભ મળવું જોઈએ. હું તો ક્યારે ક્યારે હોય બાને લાગ્યું આપણે ગયા બધા ઇંગ્લિશમાં ચાલતું હતું, અંગ્રેજીમાં બધું. અંગ્રેજી પણ જોઈએ બિકોઝ આપણા ટોટિયાઓને માટે અંગ્રેજી જોઈએ. શું કરીએ આપણે? આ લોકોને માટે અંગ્રેજીમાં જ બોલવું. આપણે તો મજા આવે, આપણે હિન્દીમાં બોલીએ, ગુજરાતીમાં બોલીએ. નહીં, આપણે તો એવું છે. સાચી વાત છે. તો આપણી ગાડી તો પેટ્રોલની ગાડીમાં ડીઝલ મૂકીએ તો કેવું લાગે? એવું છે. સાચી વાત. ગાડી રોકાય છે. પણ કરવું પડે બિકોઝ આ લોકોને માટે. આપણા નાના નાના છોકરાઓ મારી સાથે કેમ્પમાં હતા. દે વર ઓલ ઇન ધ કેમ્પ્સ. For 36 hours we were indoors set in the jungle. I could see it. When Sadhviji was speaking, when I was speaking, how they were grasping everything. because it was in English. And one of the mother came forward and she said, I wish you can come more because my children are looking for direction. But unfortunately we don't get in English most of the time. It is in Gujarati or Hindi or whatever. તો વધારે આપણે આવવું જોઈએ. મેં કે આપણે એકવાર આવીએ તમે પછી એકવાર ઋષિકેશ આવો. એ વારા ફરતી આપણે કરીએ તો બંનેનું કામ ચાલશે. આપણે રોકાઈ નહીં શકીએ, તમે પણ કાયમ માટે નથી આવી શકતા. તો આજે જો દિવસ છે, આજનો દિવસ, when I was coming on the way, Pujya Bapu called. And today is because tomorrow is a Guru Purnima. He said, કાલે ખબર નહીં તમે કેટલા બિઝી હશો, તો આપણે મને લાગ્યું કે આપણે વાત કરી લઈએ. મને બહુ આનંદ આવ્યો. મેં કે બાપુ હું સત્સંગમાં જાઉં છું અને બધાને આપનો આશીર્વાદ મળી ગયો. આપનો ફોન હવે બધાને આ ફોનથી લાભો મળશે અને આશીર્વાદ મળશે. ગુરુજીના નામની માળા છે ડોકમાં, એવું છે. આજે ગાવાનો બહુ ટાઈમ નથી, બહુ ઓછો ટાઈમ રહી ગયો છે. બીજી વખતે આપણે ગાવીશું. नहीं तो मुँह आज विचार करता था, हमें मैयारा रे गुरुजी ना नाम. બીજી વખતે આપણે ગાવીશું. કારણ 8 મને લાગે અમને ટાઈમ થાય છે પૂરો. આપણે વાત કરીએ જાને માટે આપણે ઊભા થયા છીએ, બેઠા છીએ આજે. નંબર 1, especially for me, this is a very special day, because when I received the first touch of my master, it was only 8. I was only 8 when I got this divine touch. And whenever the Guru Purnima comes, it's not only on the Guru Purnima I remember, but every moment and every minute of my life, I remember the grace of my master. Okay, because of him I am here. Because of him, the life is so beautiful, life is so meaningful. લોકોને તો ક્યારે ક્યારે પૂછીએ આપણે કેમ છો, બસ ચાલે છે. આપણને ક્યારે પણ તો ચાલે છે, આપણે તો દોડતા છીએ. સાચી વાત કહું છું. આ ગુરુની કૃપા છે, ગુરુની કૃપા છે કે 8 વર્ષની ઉંમરે તમને ગુરુજીની નામની માળા આપણા ડોકમાં આવી ગઈ. અને આજે જો જીવન છે, ક્યારે ક્યારે મને લોકો પૂછે, હમણાં જ કોઈ મારા પાસે આવ્યા હતા મળવા માટે થોડી દેર પહેલાં, હું અંદર આવ્યા ને અમે લોકો, અને માણસો પૂછે કેમ છો તમે, કે સુપર. બોલે સુપર કેમ એવું કેમ થાય સુપર? હાઉ યુ કેન બી સુપર? આઈ સેડ why less? Why not to be super? It's all here. This is up to you, how you want to feel it. That's the power I want to give it to you. That is you who are so powerful. God has made you so powerful, but we forget. We forget this power, and then we start feeling low and less. And then, even after having everything, he was telling me that people have so much, but they're not happy. He was telling Sadhviji, I think people need you more because you can converse in your own language with people, because they are running so many universities and they are in the field of education, healthcare, hospitality. She said, when you come next time to America, 11 or 12 universities, I'll organize my program for you. Why? Because in English, it can be given to them, people who are looking. He said, so many people are looking for this direction. Mahatma Gandhi said so beautifully, and our rishis, our saints has said so beautifully, there is always enough for everyone's. No, there was another quote, beautiful quote. That what is the use of that speed which has no direction? What is the use of that life which has speed but no direction? Today we have speed but no direction. And Guru gives that direction. Guru is direction. Guru means who removes your darkness and gives you the light. And today we are sitting here on the eve of Guru Purnima, celebrating this beautiful day of the Master, of the Guru, who has given us the light. Light is not only light, light is our life. If there is no light in life, believe me, there is no life. And especially the spiritual light. People have so much set, but they are not set. They are not happy. So much is there. Wherever we go, everybody, yesterday I was sharing there also, everybody is looking for peace. Everyone. જેને પૂછો તમે અને તમે કમાલની વાત તો આ છે આપણી ડોસીઓને પણ પૂછી આપણે ડોસીમાને પણ કેમ છો બા શાંતિ નથી લે અરે તમે બહુ બધું જોઈ લીધું છે બાકી શું બચ્યું છે લાકડા શમશાનમાં પહોંચી ગયા સાચી વાત છે એવું છે કોઈ ખબર છે કરો કોવિડ જ્યારે થયું તમે જો જવાન લોકો ગયા કોને ખબર છે આ માટે જે પણ આપણા પાસે છે જેટલી ઉંમર આપણા પાસે છે આપણે પ્યારથી મળીએ બહુ કમ્પેરિઝનમાં નહીં જતા કોને પાસે શું છે કોને પાસે નથી મારે પાસે નથી આને પાસે છે આને પાસે મોટી ગાડી આને પાસે it kills us, this comparison. I remember when I went first time to America 43 years ago, I went from mountains to Malibu in California. I was staying in Malibu. I never forget this and I want to share with you. After 24 hours, showing me everything, talking about everything, he said, "Oh, I can take you to Hollywood." I didn't have an idea what about Hollywood, but I could not say anything to him. He said, "नहीं, बहुत अच्छा, चलो, Hollywood I'll take you," because I was coming from Hollywood of India, and I said, "Maybe like that, some jungle will be there." I said, "Okay," and he took me in the car and took me to the Universal Studio, and after I didn't know that I will end up there. After almost 27 years ago, when I went to again and came to know that Sadhviji lives in that area. That's why God took me to that area maybe, just to bring her to India. Whatever was the reason. Who knows? Anyway, we went on the way to Hollywood. And he was asking many questions and I was answering him. Suddenly what happened? He said, please, one thing. I said, what happened? He said, "Can you please look out of the window?" And I looked out of the window. One car was passing by. He said, "Just see that car, we will talk about that." I said, "Okay." And then we started satsang again. He showed me, he took me to the Universal Studio, Hollywood. I was not very much interested, but I went there to make him happy and came back. And when I came back, next morning I had to leave to Pittsburgh. And he said, "One request. Before you leave, I want one blessing." So go ahead. He said, "Yesterday when we were in the car, having satsang, I showed you one car." I said, "Yes." I noticed. My only wish is, if I can have that car, just bless me. I started thinking, sitting in Hollywood, in Malibu, in the beautiful ranch, farmhouse, whatever. And amazing mind, not happy. And talking about that car, I said, "But which car is that?" He said, "Rolls Royce." But we were sitting in Rolls Royce. I said, this car is also a Rolls Royce. He took me. He said, but that model. Imagine how mind thinks. We are never happy. Ye man mange more. Never happy. That model. Even that model also comes, we will not be happy. Next year another model will come. Another model will come. We will never be happy. That's why need the grace of those people who are living in the jungle, living out of nowhere. But anybody you ask, how are you? Well, must. Means super. એવું છે. આ માટે બા આજે હું આવ્યા છું તમારી પાસે. જ્યારે કોઈ તમને પૂછે એ નહીં કહેવાનું શાંતિ નથી, એવું કહેવાનું મસ્ત. ભગવાને બહુ આપ્યું છે, બહુ આપ્યું છે ભગવાને. અરે તમે જો જે આફ્રિકામાં હતા ત્યાંથી ઉપાડીને ભગવાન અહીંયા લઈ આવ્યા અને અહીંયા પણ લહેર કરે છે બધા, નહીં? પછી આફ્રિકા ગયા, નહીં ત્યાંથી ઓસ્ટ્રેલિયા ગયા, અમેરિકા ગયા, ન્યૂઝીલેન્ડ, ક્યાં જ્યાં જ્યાં તમે ગયા ત્યાં ત્યાં સદાકાળ ગુજરાત લઈને ગયા તમે સાથે. એવું જ છે. આ માટે જે આપણને મળ્યું છે, મને તો લાગે છે ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમાની વાત એવી છે, એવું નથી કે ફૂલ મૂન ઉપર છે, આપણે પણ ફૂલ થઈ જઈએ. આને માટે ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમા, આને માટે જ ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમા, કે આપણે ફૂલ થઈ જઈએ. ક્યારે આપણને પણ એવું લાગે કે કોઈ આવ્યા અને આપણને ફૂલ કરીને ગયા. એ સંતોના સત્સંગ, આ સંતોની વાતો આને માટે જ છે કે આપણે એવું નથી કે આપણે બસ જીવીએ છીએ, લહેરમાં જીવીએ છીએ, मौज में जीविए. આપણે क्या कमी है? और नहीं तो सच मानो जितना है उतना कम है, जितना है उतना कम है. હું તમને કેટલા દાખલા આપું, કેવા કેવા લોકો આપણા પાસે આવે છે અને જે મસ્ત છે તે મસ્ત છે, અને જે નથી જેને પાસે એટલું છે એ પણ બસ રડે છે. હું તો ક્યારેક ક્યારેક હિન્દીમાં એક વાત કહું છું કે એવું છે, જરૂરી નથી કે બહુ મોટી મોટી હસ્તીઓ પણ આવે છે આપણા પાસે, અને એવી નથી કે બહુ મોટી હસ્તી હોય તેની પાસે મસ્તી પણ હોય, એવું નથી. પણ જેને પાસે મસ્તી છે, હસ્તી ના પણ હોય તો હસતા જ હોય, એવું જ છે. तो जिसकी मस्ती जिंदा है उसकी हस्ती जिंदा है, और बाकी तो सब जबरदस्ती जिंदा है. આપણે જબરદસ્તી નથી જીવી. આને માટે ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમા, કે આપણે આ ગુરુ પૂર્ણિમા છે ને કે આપણને મસ્ત કરી નાખે, આપણને પણ ફૂલ કરી દે. પૂર્ણિમા ને મૂન ફૂલ હોય નહીં, આપણું મન પણ ફૂલ થઈ જાય, ફૂલ જેવો થઈ જાય. આને માટે ગુરુ કૃપા. રહો ગણૈર તત્ તપસા નયાતિ નાચે જયા નિર્વપણાત ગૃહાત્વા. રહો ગણૈર તત્ તપસા નયાતિ નાચે જયા નિર્વપણાત ગૃહાત્વા. ન છંદસા નૈવ જલાગ્નિ સૂર્ય બિના મહત્પાદ રજોભિષેક. Without the grace of the master, no matter what you have. આ ભાગ્યશાળી છો. આપણી પાસે તો પૂજ્ય બાપુ આવે છે, હમણાં આવવાનું છે, નહીં એવું છે ને? હા, પૂજ્ય ભાઈશ્રી આવે છે, બીજા સંતો આવે છે. તમે જેને પણ માનો, જેને ચરણોમાં પણ બેસીને તમે તમારા માથા સમર્પિત કરો, પણ ભીતરથી કરો. ना कुछ हंस के सीखा है, ना कुछ रो के सीखा है, जो कुछ थोड़ा सा सीखा है किसी के हो के सीखा है. बस समर्पित हो जाओ, ये भाव हो तो बात बन जाएगी. काम करते रहो, नाम जपते रहो, काम करते रहो, नाम जपते रहो, सेवा करते रहो, काम बन जाएगा. काम करते रहो, नाम जपते रहो, सेवा करते रहो, काम बन जाएगा. देखो भाई, on this Guru Purnima, one thought I want to give it to you. Bring more and more spirituality to your home and to your hearts. Very important, because we have seen the world. We go everywhere and we have seen people who are spiritually anchored, connected, grounded. They are the ones who are happy. Money cannot make people happy. That's what he was trying to tell me, this guy. He said, money cannot make people happy. Sadhviji, take your message to those people who are really eager, looking forward. Because she's just coming from Colombia. They said, okay, next time in Latin America and everywhere, we'll arrange the program. Thousands and thousands of people are seeking, looking. They are the seekers. It means, if they are the seekers in other part of the world, it's not that we are not the seeker here in this part of the world. Everyone is seeker. And whoever is the seeker, the true seeker, finds that touch, that transformation, that happiness, that peace. And peace is not somewhere around the corner, my dear. Peace is just here, just within you. अपने अंदर है, अपने भीतर है. इसलिए मेरी प्रार्थना है, bring more meditation, more introspection into your life, more yoga. And in COVID time, we have seen how yoga has benefited people. In our own ashram, we had a 100-bed COVID care center with the help of the government. And you will be amazed. The whole world was crawling, dying, crying. And in the ashram, with that medicine, whatever the doctors were giving, we introduce yoga, introduce meditation, introduce what to eat, how much to eat. And we told them, stop looking at WhatsApp. Because they were very concerned. Every day they were looking up. Every minute, oh, that person is gone, that person is gone. They were so stressed up. I said, stop looking WhatsApp. No phones. And phones were not given to them. And you will be amazed, in one whole year, whether it's age of 2 or 82, old or young, not even one casualty took place. Entire year, in Karnataka, on the banks of Ganga. What was that? That yoga, that meditation. And yoga is the amazing immunity booster. Yoga is stress buster. It's to bring yoga to your life, bring meditation into your life, and you will see the touch of yoga, the touch of meditation will not only bring peace, health, and happiness, will change your whole attitude. And today, the masters who have given this touch to us has brought transformation to our lives. Let us together, with the mantra of Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Mahesh, together all will chant. Together, close your eyes. Guru Brahma, together. Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One more time. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Last, one more time. Om Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Swamiji, Sadhviji, we've had a few questions, and particularly related to Guru, given Guru Purnima. And we've tried to bring them together, and they kind of form in the sort of how, what, why. The first one was, how do we find our Guru? With so many different saints and sadhus, how do we know who is the right one? The second one was, what is the purpose of having a Guru? And from a when is the right time to have a Guru? Is it ever too early, too late?
Taking them all together, I'll start with the last one. When is the right time? Yesterday. It's always the right time. The moment that you realize you need a guru, or rather I would say the moment you realize you don't have a guru, which to me by definition means you need one, it's the right time. Pujya Swamiji always says, whenever you wake up, it's morning. So whenever that awareness comes to us, that's the right time. In terms of finding the right guru and being ready, the readiness, from what I've seen, really has to do with what I was talking about earlier, in terms of emptying yourself. The sun is shining, but if our curtains are closed, what are you going to do? The sun is there. We sit inside the dark room going, oh my God, it's so dark, oh my God, it's awful, I wish there would be some sunshine. But we don't actually open the curtains. And so from our side, the work really is, whatever metaphor you like, open your curtains, clean your window, but allow that light in. Empty yourself. There are different ways of thinking about the same thing. Clear your vision. Means let go of that which is not truth. In that beautiful prayer that Pujya Swamiji chanted, lead us from falsehood to truth. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from that untruth, the falsehood, of being separate from the divine to the truth of being one. Lead us from that darkness of ignorance in which we suffer to the light of truth. Lead us from that false identification as this physical body, its size, its shape, its color, its bank account, its history, to the identification as soul, spirit, divinity. So it's always about letting go of that which is not true. Let go of the darkness. Let go of the untruth. Let go of the metaphoric tea in our cup so that the Guru can fill it. And then lastly, in terms of finding the right Guru or knowing it's the right Guru, there isn't, unfortunately, an equation by which you could know it's the right Guru. At least if there is, not an equation I know. But I certainly can tell you how to know when it's not the right Guru. And that'll get you 99% of the way there. The light of the Guru, the light that the Guru shines, is the light of our self. I'm going to repeat that because that's important. The light that the Guru shines is the light of our self. The Guru who simply shines the light on himself or herself, not showing you the light of you, but simply trying to get you to look at them, is a situation where I would run in the opposite direction. A guru who tries to convince you that he or she is the right one, the best one, the only one, is a situation in which I would run in the opposite direction. Every real guru I have had the blessing of being in the presence of is doing what they do in service to the divine. They don't have an agenda. They're not counting disciples or collecting disciples. They don't have anything to show. If you feel that someone is trying to convince you to be with them, and especially if they're trying to convince you not to be with a different master, I would move in the other direction. When I first came to Rishikesh, actually, before I had the beautiful blessing of meeting Pujya Swamiji, when I was waiting for him to get back from abroad, there was this wandering sadhu who sort of adopted us and had us go to his room. He was not from Parmarth, he was from a different ashram, and he had us go to his room every day and sat us on the floor, and he would sit up and talk to us. And didn't have any other work to do, so all right. So we would go, and after a couple of days, he said, you know, every time you come, you're supposed to bring something for the Guru. And there's this sweet shop in the market, and here's the type of sweets I like. And so it became kind of a daily adventure. We'd go to the sweet market and we'd buy the sweets and go and give it to him and sit. And then a few days later, I finally had Pujya Swamiji's darshan. He finally came back. I had his darshan. He told me, welcome home, that I could come and be there. And when I was walking through the marketplace later, we bumped into this other sadhu, and I said, guess what? Great news. Great news. Pujya Swamiji came back and he's accepted that I can stay in Parmarth. And this one had a fit. Literally, in the marketplace. You can't, you're my disciples. Someone literally had to calm him down and walk him away. Now I share this story with you because that's a really good indication. Not the right guru. Not the right master. Anyone who's got that level of agenda, anyone who you feel is trying to sell you something, anyone you feel is trying to attract you, magnetize you, manipulate you in any way. Anyone who tells you that without them you are not enough. I would move as quickly as I could in the other direction. The real ones are those in whose presence you feel it. They don't have to hang out a shingle that says real guru. The sun doesn't need to take out an ad. Real light. The sun just shines. Automatically we go into it. We want that light. We feel it. We know it. We recognize it. Tanning salons need advertisements. The sun does not need an advertisement. The real thing. We feel it. We know it. So trust yourself. Trust your heart. Trust what Pujya Swamiji calls that inner GPS. If you feel it and you know it, and that person doesn't fit into any of these categories I've mentioned, then chances are it's the right guru for you. Open your heart and really let it in. And it'll be the most beautiful day in your life. I think we have time for maybe like one or two more. One right there.
Swamiji, हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं?
He's bringing you a microphone.
मेरा नाम नितिन मेहता है। तो आपको मुझे पूछना था कि अभी आपने ये सुना होगा कि आदि पुरुष फिल्म आई थी और उसमें रामायण में हमारे जो भगवान हैं उनके बारे में कितनी बेइज्जती की, और ऐसे चुनाव हिंदू धर्म के सामने कितने आ रहे हैं। लव जिहाद चल रहा है और मिशनरीज के अब्जों रुपए आ रहे हैं हिंदुओं को क्रिश्चियन बनाने के लिए। तो इन सब चुनौतियों के सामने हिंदू धर्म कैसे अपना रक्षा कर सकता है, क्योंकि हम वसुदेव कुटुंबकम की बात करते हैं। जो वो लोग हैं वो समझते हैं कि इनको हमने या तो ये धर्म देना है या तो वो धर्म देना है, इनको छोड़ेंगे नहीं हम। तो इस चुनौती के सामने ये सनातन धर्म की हम कैसे रक्षा कर सकते हैं?
Time is short, so I will give this very brief answer. पहली बात, देखिए, इसलिए मैंने कहा बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, बहुत कुछ घट रहा है, होता आया है और भी होगा, लेकिन इसके लिए हमें अपने घरों को संभाल कर रखना है, अपने परिवारों में अपने संस्कारों को लेके आना है। जितना ज़्यादा आप बिजी रहेंगे दूसरे कामों में, तो बच्चे कहीं और बिजी हो जाएंगे। सबसे ज़्यादा काम करना है कि मैं, लेट मी टेल यू, 43 years ago when I went to America, I saw first thing I noticed, this supersonic jet. You must have heard about that. In 1 hour you will be from LA to Australia, then 1 hour you will be in New Delhi, and then another hour, London. The guy who was working with the American guy, he was an Indian guy. I was staying with them. I stayed there in their house for 40 days, silence. It happened that I wanted to observe silence after my yatra. I stayed in their house for 40 days. And that engineer were very smart, but what he did, children are very small, 3 young little daughters, very little. And I noticed one thing. Every evening, I was in silence anyway, but every evening, the father will come from the Boeing company he was working in Seattle, and he would come home. And beautiful thing I noticed, before he comes, before he enters, his wife will get ready, take shower, wear sari, and ready. And by the time 4 o'clock, children also come from school, they are also there, they all get ready. The first thing they would do, first thing, the moment he comes, he goes to the bathroom, take shower, change clothes, and comes for the prayer. Before they sit for dinner, they used to have prayer. Okay, I was also sitting, and I was surprised to see that. The moment we closed our eyes, I chanted one mantra, Om Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaivate Nagantavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina Ar Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Ar Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, whatever. Because they were very dharmic, I chanted 3 mantras. But I was surprised. I said, now we'll start having dinner. And the girls, 3 of the girls, started with their parents, amazingly, the chapter 15th of Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit. They went on and on and on. Not the short prayer. Chalo, food is there, food is in front of you, you just want to jump on the special children. But eyes closed, sitting straight, immersed in devotion, and all were chanting in Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. They opened their eyes, give pranam to me. मैंने कहा कैसा सिखाया उनको उनके पेरेंट्स ने, प्रणाम करो पहले. वो मराठी थे तो मराठी में बोला उनको, और उनको प्रणाम करने को बोला. उसके बाद दोनों ने प्रणाम किया और प्रणाम करके सबने भोजन शुरू किया. जस्ट इमेजिन, इट्स वेरी स्मॉल थिंग, but now even after spending millions of dollars, they are bringing one catchy line: if you pray together, you stay together. Yeah, they say if you pray together, you stay together. And this is given by our ancestors, our rishis, our sages, without offering food to the divine, to God. Whatever name you give, doesn't matter. God loves diversity. That's His God. He's not stuck. इसलिए हमारे यहाँ बड़ी चॉइस है. कोई कह रहा था यार ये बड़ी मुसीबत है अपने यहाँ, इतने सारे भगवान अपने यहाँ, ऋषि बड़े स्मार्ट. यहाँ तो एक से उदास हुआ मन तो चर्च बंद हो रहे हैं, मस्जिदें बंद हो रही हैं. आप ईरान में चले जाओ, 50,000 मस्जिदें बंद हो गई. आपको पता नहीं होगा ये बात शायद. 50 टोटल 75 मस्जिदें हैं ईरान में. 50,000 मस्जिदें बंद हो गई. जवान लोगों ने मस्जिद जाना छोड़ दिया. यहाँ तो इतनी बड़ी चॉइस है. हनुमान जी के साथ तो हनुमान जी, कृष्ण जी अच्छे लगे तो कृष्ण जी, कमाल है. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं था कि बहुत सारे हैं बहुत सारे. मैनी नेम्स, मैनी फॉर्म्स, बट गॉड इज वन. गॉड इज वन. You are a doctor, you go to the hospital and you go to your surgery room, you take surgery dress, everything, gloves, this, mask, and you come out. You go back home, go for tennis shoes, tennis dress, tennis this, come back, go to shower, no dress, no dress, or according to the need, the dress are being changed, but you are not being changed, you are the same person. Wife calls you honey, children call you daddy, father calls you son, beta, kaise ho, beta, son, honey, whatever. You are not changed. You are the same person. God is हरि तारा नाम 6000, कया नाम है लखवी कंकोत्री, कितने नाम, कितना सब कुछ, लेकिन वो एक है. तू एक, तारा रूप अनेक, पर तू एक ना एक. ये जो भाव है ना, इसको अपने घरों में जिंदा रखिए. हनुमान चालीसे से जुड़ते हो तो जुड़ते हो. मैं पहले आया, मैंने क्या किया, ओ मंगलम भगवान वीरो, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. हम जैन देरासर में बैठे हैं, मंदिर में बैठे, तो क्यों ना भगवान महावीर की बात, ये यहाँ स्टक नहीं होना है. हम उनको भी रिस्पेक्ट करें. वर्शिप योर ओन एंड रिस्पेक्ट ऑल. दैट इज योर कल्चर. वर्शिप योर ओन. अपने को करते हुए अपने को भूल जाएं. Yesterday I noticed when we were going for walk in the evening, I noticed one thing and I showed. We were in silence, all of us, we were in silence. But I noticed few places, big trees, maybe 200 years old or 100 years old, and four trees together, they all were upside down. Why? All others were staying, and these few trees, few places, in patches, they were just all on the floor. Why they became floored? Because their roots were not strong. Roots were not strong. All others were standing tall and high, but they were all floored. Why? अगर अपनी जड़ें मजबूत होंगी ना, बात बन जाएगी. कई बार मुझे लोग इंडिया में पूछते हो, यू गो अब्रॉड, यू सी पीपल वेयरिंग जीन्स, पीपल कम टू यू, व्हाई शी इज वेयरिंग जीन, व्हाई शी डिड नॉट कम टू यू टू मीट इन साड़ी. मुझे पूछा उसने, व्हाई शी इज नॉट इन साड़ी, व्हाई इन जीन्स. फर्स्ट थिंग, एटलीस्ट शी केम, शी ब्रॉट हर चिल्ड्रन, इवन इन जीन्स दे केम. बट लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, आई एम नॉट वरिंग अबाउट वेयरिंग देयर जीन्स. I am only concerned they should not forget their genes. They should not forget their culture, their roots. That is more important to me. Sometimes we get stuck. Yes, ઘાઘરા પહેરવાનું નહીં, બધું કરવાનું, એ પહેરવાનું, આપણે ભૂલી નહીં જવાનું. પણ આપણે લંડનમાં રહીએ અને ઠંડી હોય તો અગર ક્યારે જીન્સ પહેરવી પડે તો પહેરી લેવાનું, વાંધો નથી, પણ તમારા જીન્સ નથી ભૂલી જતા. अपने जीन्स को मत भूलना. इसलिए आप चिंता ना करो, हजारों सालों से हिंदू धर्म खड़ा है, खड़ा रहेगा. कुछ बात है कि हस्ती मिटती नहीं हमारी, सारे जहां से अच्छा ये धर्म है हमारा. मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ ये हिंदुस्तान हमारा, तो क्योंकि हम इंग्लैंड में बैठे हैं इस समय. इंग्लैंड में बैठ के भी याद ये रखना है कि अपनी जड़ों को मत छोड़ दीजिए. अपने धर्म को, अपनी भले ही जैन हैं, बौद्ध हैं, हिंदू हैं, इस भगवान को माने कि उस भगवान को माने. सच तो बात ये है, हर एक के अंदर भगवान को देखें, हर एक के अंदर भगवान को देखें. ये बहुत जरूरी है. इसलिए हाँ, ध्यान रखना है, आदि पुरुष हो या कुछ भी हो, हमें अगर किसी ने आदि पुरुष के नाम पर कुछ ऐसा परोसा है तो ज़रूरी नहीं कि हम उसे चाटने लगे ना. क्योंकि हमारे मन में जो रामायण के प्रति, भगवान श्री राम के प्रति, सीता जी के प्रति आज भी जो श्रद्धा है, आरती, गंगा जी की आरती होती है ना, लोग मुझे कॉल करते हैं. अभी जस्ट बिफोर आई केम हियर आई सॉ फ्यू व्हाट्सएप्स. आई जस्ट वाज सिटिंग इन द कार, जस्ट it came, Swamiji, today we could not see Aarti because they are not showing Aarti on live. There are people sitting home in America and Australia and they send me a message कि please आज आरती लाइव नहीं, आपने नहीं जोई शक्या. सोचो कितना भाव है. लोग आरती लेके थाली लेके बैठ जाते हैं अपने घरों में. कहीं आपने देखा है थेम्स रिवर के ऊपर ओम जय थेम्स मैया, कहीं होता है? कहीं नहीं होता. नहीं, थेम्स पापा हो या थेम्स मैया, कुछ तो बोले लेकिन कुछ नहीं बोलते. ये अपने यहाँ है, अपनी नदियाँ. लेकिन अपने घर में भी गंगा बहने लगे, अपनी संस्कृति, अपने संस्कारों की. तो चिंता ना करो, आदि पुरुष आएंगे, ऐसी फिल्में आएंगी और चली जाएंगी. लेकिन जिसका कनेक्शन आदि योगी से है, उस सनातन से है, उस धर्म से है, तो कभी हाँ ये चीज़ें आती हैं, हमें उसका शिकार नहीं होना है. रोज़ अपने घरों में अपनी संस्कृति को, हनुमान चालीसा को, सुंदरकांड को, ओम नमो अरिहंताणम को, अनौकार मंत्र को, या जो भी जिसको भी आप पालते हैं आप जिंदा रखिए. सवेरे उठ बैठो, जैसे वो परिवार था, कैसे उन्होंने 15वां अध्याय गीता का 15वां अध्याय ना हो, चलो कम से कम एक श्लोक ही ले लो. वसुदेव सुतम देवम कंस चाणूरमर्दनम देवकी परमानंदम, नहीं, कृष्णम वंदे जगत गुरु. एक ही श्लोक सही, लेकिन सब मिलकर खाओ, मिलकर बैठो, एक साथ बैठो. सोने से पहले थोड़ी देर आंखें बंद कर लो, तो सच मानिए आंखें खुल जाएंगी, जीवन खुल जाएगा. इसको चिंता रखिए, आप चिंता ना करिए. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है, बहुत कुछ घट रहा है, लेकिन इसके साथ साथ आप जागते रहिए. आपको चौकीदार बहुत बढ़िया मिला हुआ है, जगाए हुए सबको. देखो नहीं, पूरे विश्व में लोग पैर छू रहे हैं, नहीं ऑटोग्राफ ले रहे हैं कि नहीं ले रहे हैं? क्यों ले रहे हैं? इसलिए कि वो अपने संस्कारों को जीता है, अपनी संस्कृति को जीता है, और अपनी खिचड़ी और शाक भाजी को भी वहीं जाके भी साथ लेके जाता, वहीं खाता है. ये नहीं कि चलो चलो आओ पिज़्ज़ा खाना बुरा नहीं है, पास्ता खाओ, पिज़्ज़ा खाओ, लेकिन अपने भोजन को मत भूल जाओ. ये ध्यान रखना है आपको, ठीक है? शाबाश, धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Swamiji, Sadhviji, for your wonderful words of wisdom. We'd like to call a few people on stage to thank them. So firstly, I'd like to ask Reshma Ben Dauda on behalf of Himmat Bhai and the entire Dauda family to come up to stage. They provided this wonderful prasad dinner that we've had today, so thank you so much. Next, can I ask for Ramesh Arora-ji to come onto stage as well, please? If you're in the room right now.
I would like to offer really deep gratitude. We honored Himmat our Reshma Ben on his behalf for sponsoring all of the beautiful, beautiful prasad food that have filled our tummies with health and happiness. I also would really like to offer deep gratitude to those who have made this program possible. So many devoted, dedicated sevaks have come together. It's impossible, of course, to acknowledge everyone, but especially I would like to acknowledge the Lodia family, our Ganush, Vinod Bhai, Rupen Bhai, their entire families. So if they all could please come up, and the Kotecha family, our Priyash and Nishit and Vinay and their entire families. They've really, really worked so much for so long to make this event a beautiful success for everyone. Held together in the beautiful name of the Divine and our beloved Kotecha family. Come. And the Lakhani family, Mandaben, Kaneshbai, and Shreya. Come. And our beloved Dr. Krupali Patel, who flew in from all the way from America, just arrived yesterday, hit the ground running in our spiritual retreat, and then here to help run the cameras and video stream straight off of a night shift at the hospital onto a flight, and arrived yesterday morning and has been in Seva since. And all of you for coming here and basking in that divine light of the Guru, that light of the divine, that light of yourself.
Jai